Great first day. Obviously, we're excited to be out here. It's first day of fall practice. No pads or anything, but seeing the young guys move around. We as coaches don't get an opportunity a whole lot in the summer to watch those true freshmen run around. So it's good to see those guys. Good to see that we have excellent leadership amongst our senior class. Got a big senior class, so I thought the practice went pretty smooth just because of the fact that those guys have been through it a number of times. So. It was a good first day, and we'll move on to the next.
Those true freshmen have been working hard with Kramer, though. They look different.
Yeah, I mean, they different from the last time I saw them, which would have been the day they checked in. They're getting their feet wet. It's so important that those guys are here in the summer. They were here all summer. A lot of them put some good weight on. They're in good shape, so it's fun to see those guys move around.
The clock already started on them to say, okay, evaluation started today for September 1st.
Yeah, absolutely. Every day we're going to evaluate. That's the double rep system that we have that's so good that you're able to go watch an older kid take a rep, followed by a younger kid, and see how quickly he can process some of the information.
Have you already changed your mindset in watching these guys because of the new redshirt?
We'll find out in time if that'll be the case. Obviously, we're going to play more guys. I still don't know when, whether it's early or late. It'll just make our evaluation that much longer. You usually mid-September you want to kind of make as probably your last date, but now we'll take it into all the way through the season if they can help us.
Is it way too early to name any names right now?
Yeah, with this not being a padded practice, probably more Sunday and Monday, but there were some good guys moving around. I was pleased with the young players and even some of the redshirt freshmen that you can tell have developed quite a bit.
Do you have a good gauge on your leadership right now, or is that even too early right now?
No, I have pretty good gauge on that. I really like the guys we have returning on offense at the skill positions, and then with 3 senior offensive linemen, I think we have excellent leadership on offense. Defensively, just finding that really vocal guy, the Trey Dempsey type guy that will emerge. We have got a lot of really quiet leaders on defense, but they hold each other accountable, and I'm excited about that side of the ball.
Is Grimsley in that mix?
Absolutely. He would be one. A couple of those linebackers, Steidel and Greg. I mean, we have a number of guys that played an awful lot of snaps that we'll challenge as we move forward to make sure that they're holding everybody accountable.
What was your message to the guys before you came out here to practice today?
Well, a lot of different messages. Main thing is learn how to practice for the younger guys, older guys, teach those young guys how to practice and compete and finish. Compete in every rep you get. We have great competition out here with the amount of kids we have returning, and then finish every drill. Learning how to practice the Bison way for those young kids is the biggest challenge probably in these first couple days.
To play off of that, how do you practice intensely versus having these guys go too hard too early to maybe avoid some of those?
Well, we have to know that we're not playing each other this year. We don't have each other on the schedule. We've got to do a great job of keeping each other up. I was really pleased with the O-line, the D-line with this first field that nobody went to the ground, and they were smart enough to know, okay, looks like somebody could be tripping up. I'm going to hold that guy up. When we get pads on, we get knee braces and stuff on, that'll be a little bit tougher thing to handle. But early on in these first 2 days, that's why I'm trying to do is get a quick whistle so those guys can stay on their feet.
Eric Bachmeyer permanently at wide receiver, or is that for now?
Yeah, no, he's a permanent wide receiver. We feel pretty good about the safety position. Wide receiver, we're always looking for some depth, and Bach's an extremely smart kid with really good hands, so we're going to give him the entire fall camp and see if he can get in the mix.
It's very different, like I was telling everybody else, once you're a freshman, you're just kind of happy to be here. You're just looking at the summer things, but as senior year, you take it day by day. You just look on, you don't have many days of practice, games left, so you're just kind of more grateful for the game.
Feel good to get out here to have it be real?
Oh yeah, I've been itching to get back on the field with everybody. Get the ball in there. We can do more stuff, so I love it.
How you feeling about your guys' group this year?
Real confident. We still attacking the process. Everybody's getting better, but it's gonna be a great group of guys.
Bruce, the new redshirt rule for freshmen, how much do you ache that you would have had that, and how much did that change the team too?
That's a great rule. The young guys can get some exposure without burning a red shirt, and it allows for just certain circumstances where a guy needs to get in for a play or a series or something. Want to waste a red shirt. So I think that's a great rule for the young guys.
To have 23 seniors on this team, describe how each individual guy brings something different to the table.
It's a lot of leadership, There's a lot of 23 seniors that have been through the grind, been through the process, injuries, all that stuff. So we all bring something different to the table, and we all can help the young guys come along. So it's good.
Do you feel like you've changed much since last year? What have you worked on? What was kind of your focus this offseason?
This offseason, I was just working on, just taking it day by day and getting better. A lot of people say, how I go from here to another great season, but I don't look at it my past season. That's over with in the past, and I'm just trying to get better from here.
Got some preseason accolades accolades, though, some respect from around the league, around the conference.
Yeah.
Does that feel good? I mean, I know it's not about you, and you can give me all that, but please don't. Like, what's that mean to have the respect, to have that acknowledgement?
It feels good, you know. It kind of shows your hard work kind of pays off a little bit, but I don't let that get to my head, you know. I just kind of look at it, smile, brush it off, and just get back to, you know, the grind.
Is it weird to think, Bruce, that this is your last first day?
Man, yeah, it hurts a little bit, you know. As a young kid coming from Florida, I was excited to be here, and I wouldn't think it would go by like that. You know, it feels like 2 weeks gone by and I'm a senior. So I'm grateful, and just hearing the words is my last first day kind of carries in my heart a little bit.
Bruce, have you seen or paid attention to the new kickoff rule and how that might change things for
Man,
this coming year?
I don't like it. I don't like it. It's a different rule, you know. I guess they do it for safety reasons and stuff. I got to respect that. It can add different dynamics to kickoff, so we'll see how that goes.
You know, we've been working all summer, so it's nice to just get out with the group and just work on some plays. You know, we don't have a lot in right now, but obviously, you know, just get out with the guys and get a feel for it. It's good.
A lot of senior leadership, obviously, but some new guys out here as well. Some guys impress you yet today, or that you've worked with yet?
No, it'll just be a grind throughout the fall to see who steps up. It's hard to tell first day, obviously, who's knowing what, but you know, it wasn't really much of a mental day. It's just to get the legs under you a little bit, and we'll see who emerges this fall.
Do you think back though to that first fall camp at all here as you take the field today?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It feels like a month ago I was out here for the first time, and no, it's been fun these last 4 years, but I'm ready to get after the senior year.
A little different now.
Does your mentality change at all, knowing that this is your last year?
No, I mean, really, I just like our mentalities every day just to get after it. I mean, obviously, you know, you want to accomplish as much as you can in your last year, so we'll see what happens.
Where does the leadership component fall with you this year being a senior compared to other years?
I think it's just it's been a transition throughout my years. Obviously, I tried to adapt a bigger leadership role last year, but, you know, I had Trey with me to help in the DB group. So this year, you know, it'll just be us seniors, you know, leading, and I think I'll have to take another step into that leadership role.
So on defense, you got to be that next Trey vocally? He was the vocal guy, right?
Yeah, he was a vocal guy. I don't know if I'm not going to change how I lead just to be like Trey, but I think I'm going to do what I can to do my part, and we'll see who else steps up for that.
Robbie, describe your reaction when you heard about the redshirt rule. You played right away as a true freshman. How do you think that changes your team and football and the landscape of it now?
When I first saw, obviously it'd be nice. It's nice for every freshman, but I don't know if it'll change the guys that are going to pull their redshirt. I mean, they'll play the whole year if they want to play them the whole year. It'll just help those guys that can get 3-4 games in just to get a feel for the game a little bit, and then, you know, be able to keep their redshirt. They'll know what the game's like, but then they'll have that extra year.
When did you get a feel when you knew the game, what it was like? How many games in for you in your true freshman year?
Second year. I mean, you really don't. It takes so long to get used to the speed and all the mental aspects of it. So it took a while.
You look good. You look stronger. Do you feel better? What'd you work on this offseason?
Really, I just worked on getting a little bit of weight on, but slimming down a little bit. I would, you know, feel better out here. You can last longer. Felt a little fatigued in the spring, so, you know, I just wanted to slim up a little bit.
Robbie, with 23 seniors, is that almost too much? And how many guys can actually, like Kolpak was asking, how many can be vocal guys?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's too much. It's just everyone's adapted their role throughout their years here. So I think everyone kind of knows their spot. It's like no one's making a big transition just because they're a senior. Everyone's kind of been in their roles and they know their roles, and everyone has to take just a little step up once they become that senior. So I think that's just how it goes.
Coaches like to use the word mature team. Can you tell with 23 seniors it's a mature team?
Yeah, it's definitely a mature team. Obviously, if you're getting on people, I mean, I remember when we've had younger teams, at times you get on people and people get annoyed or mad or something. But, you know, we get on guys and you tell them what to do and they kind of understand and they're ready to listen.
How much do you talk with the younger guys, or will you talk with the younger guys about how to approach fall camp and understand that it is a grind and it's a long way to go until the first game?
I mean, you kind of just tell them that we've all been through it and we all know what they're feeling. I mean, obviously I wasn't here too long ago when I was like this, and you just tell them, you know, we'll take it one day at a time and try to learn as much as you can and don't get overwhelmed with everything. I think that's a big thing that gets to freshmen is they get overwhelmed and they feel it's too much for them.
You guys have had seasons where you've come back as defending champs, and then you kind of had that chip on your shoulder last year. What's the feeling like? What are you guys saying amongst yourselves as you prepare for this season?
Well, right now we're just saying that we want to win every single game, and we're doing what we can to do that. I mean, obviously, if we take it one game at a time and we win every game that comes up, we're going to win the national championship, win the conference championship. So that's what we're doing. We're taking it one game at a time, and right now we're focusing on that Cal Poly game.
Is the confidence high, though, amongst you guys? Not saying conceited in any way, but is the confidence as high as ever?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We know we got a good group here, and we know we got a lot of returning experience, so we know what we can do, and we're ready to get after it.
For you to be recognized by the league as all Missouri Valley preseason, what does that do for you?
It's nice just being able to be recognized and knowing that your peers can look at you as a good player, and it shows that I'm a leader on this team and I need to be able to step up when the team needs me.